Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Pokemon fans, and others who's talking about this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen here with episode 2 of Pokemon Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures English dub. Yeah, I just watched it. I know it's late, obviously. I had stuff to do. But the video's coming out anyway, so why are you complaining? That's right, you can't, because the video's coming. So, this episode... it felt like a throwaway filler episode. I mean, it wasn't a bad episode by any means. There were a couple things that I was a little annoyed with. I do like what they're doing with Nebby. Nebby was a troll in the games. It's an even bigger troll in the anime. Because in the games, it could only do a big teleport once, and then it's basically done. In this one, it teleported everybody in many different areas. Team Rocket was in here, and it's one of those things where They used them the right amount. I still don't want them there, but they used them the right amount. The only problem I have with Team Rocket, right, in this episode in particular, well, it wasn't even the actual battle later down the line. It was literally in the beginning. They're undercover in front of the school selling masaladas, or honey glazed masaladas, to the kids. However, they know that Ash is a student there. Right? They're like, oh, we got to do this to raise funds to, kind of show off to the boss and the people in headquarters that, hey, we can make funds on our own, that we can send back to headquarters, and then we can work a deal with that. The good idea, right? It's a good idea. So if they're doing this in front of the school because kids like sweets and they can try to sell this to kids, and they know Ash is a student there, why would they be shocked when Ash shows up to their food truck and it's like, oh, this looks good? That's my biggest problem with Team Rocket is they always get flustered when Ash shows up when they know he's around. You're undercover, right? You're wearing your disguise and you're supposed to be selling, or you're here to sell a product, right? Why would you automatically revert to, oh crap, this is somebody we know, somebody who we try to mess with at all times? If you had other customers around, wouldn't that be weird? If your other customers get concerned that they're freaking out about one customer, right? It's one of the big problems with Team Rocket in general, which is why I don't like them as a character trio. They're not one character. I don't like them as a trio. I don't like them being in the story because of stuff like that. If you're known for undercover operations, why would you immediately do something that might hinder your undercover operation, right? So I really didn't like that. The fight itself, I mean, it wasn't really a battle, which is probably the only bad thing about it. Because Pikachu threw one attack, Mimikyu knocked it back, and then they kidnapped Nebby and then dipped. So it wasn't really a battle, which I kind of want to see more of, because we've seen that Team Rocket can beat Ash with the current set of Pokemon that they have. I wish that they would have done something there, maybe actually make it a legit battle between Jesse and Ash, but obviously that's not a thing. I like the fact that the other characters were somewhat involved during the Nebby trolling fiasco where it was teleporting everybody. The only one that didn't get to go anywhere was Lily. I think that they overdid her freaking out scene, because how she freezes in space when a Pokemon touches her that at this point is not Snowy. It happened to her, Nebby grabbed her by the leg and then she froze, and then they set that out for a couple ways, a little too long, Again, I think that gag is overdone, it's not that it's overdone. I think it should be a thing that should already be addressed. She has a Pokemon with her. She's already touched Pikachu. She touched that Stoutland. I think we should start moving past this gag. I think especially because it's Nebby, and in the games you establish that Lily and Cosmog were a thing from the get-go. I don't like the fact that they're trying to throw, they threw that in there oh my gosh, she can't handle touching Nebby, when that's the only Pokemon she even interacted with in the game. So I hope they get rid of that. I just get rid, at least that one. If you're really gonna keep hammering in that Lily can't touch Pokemon, and that's maybe her biggest character development later down the line, at least Nebby should not be a problem, because that literally disrupts everything that happened in the game. And I don't like that personally. I don't that's the one thing you should not have messed up, and you already messed it up. The other thing that kind of bugged me about this episode And again, it's a thing that's been consistently happening since the reset back in Gen 4, where Ash simply forgets shit that has happened in the past. So like when Nebby is teleporting everybody around, and then it teleports Kiawe to the volcano, comes back, and then Rotom Deck starts talking about the fact that this is teleport, right? Or like that this is a move teleport. Ash is like, whoa, what's teleport? When he's clearly seen this before, and not only that, he's been in a similar situation before with Misty and Togepi. Togepi used to do this all the time, where it would randomly use Metronome, and, you know, sometimes it would get this most random attack, but most of the time it would gear towards Teleport, which would teleport the gang somewhere else. And even Togepi itself would teleport random places. Like, this is a thing that has happened before, but because we're constantly resetting Ash in every single generation, and he seems to forget everything that happened before, we get this type of scenario, which honestly, at this point, I should probably just let it go, because it's never going to change unless they actually keep somewhat of a consistent canon for the rest of the series, which I highly doubt they will. Other than that, the episode was solid. I see a rivalry between Litten and Lycanroc that might be another story arc. I mean, not really. It's more just like generic two Pokemon that are kind of weird with each other. It's a cat and a dog. It sells itself, right? So that might be something we see more in the future, especially since I heard, this is a spoiler warning, I heard that Litten does evolve later down the line. So that might even cause more of a rivalry. I don't know. And I'm looking forward to what happens. Like, I don't know what the next episode is. I'm not doing too much research. I'm trying to go into some of these blind. Like, I do know some things, right? And I don't have a problem with later down the line if you guys want me to do, like, discussion videos on maybe episodes that are coming out in the sub version, or maybe stuff that I want to see later down the line, stuff like that. Like, I know how I used to do with X and Y. Or maybe, like, character discussions. I used to love those. Those were fun to make for X and Y. Because it let me do, like, a deep dive on, like, specific characters and how I want their story to progress. But that's besides the point. It was a decent filler episode. I like some of the interactions we see. Nebby's a troll. Okay, that's gonna probably be the title of this video too. Nebby's a freaking troll, and I wouldn't let it anywhere near me, because I am about to teleport to the most random, because it apparently uses your thoughts to teleport. I don't know what the heck I would end up, because it all depends on what you're thinking of in that moment. That's just not fun. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below, what you thought about this episode, what you thought about the review. I've been SoresanCrockxen, and I will see you guys in future videos.